The Delta Force is a classic 80s movie starring Lee Marvin and 6-time world karate champion Chuck Norris. The movie starts off with terrorists hijacking a flight and diverting it to Beirut. During the hijacking, the terrorists find out that there are Jews on board and order all the passports to be collected. This is when they find out that 3 of the passengers are in the United States Navy.
Miss, we don't have passports. We're in the Navy. We have these green Navy IDs.
Find it, man. Put it away. Hey, you. Why didn't you collect this man's passports?
They don't have passports.
It's impossible. You are lying.
No, wait a second. We have these. We have these.
What is this?
It's a Navy ID.
Marines.
No, Navy. We're divers for the American Navy.
You?
All 3 of us, we're all Navy.
The hijacked flight arrives in Beirut, but when Beirut airport refuses to let the plane land, the terrorists beat one of the Navy hostages until their demands are met. All of this is actually based on a true story. In 1985, Trans World Airlines Flight 847 was hijacked by Lebanese Shia Islamists. Dozens of passengers were held hostage over the next 2 weeks, including a United States Navy diver, Robert Stethem. Like in the movie, the Navy hostage was beaten and eventually shot, and then thrown onto the tarmac of the runway at Beirut Airport. The first half of the movie is actually very good, and would have been an excellent movie had it just focused entirely on the hijacking. But from now on, all seriousness gets thrown out the window when Chuck Norris comes in the picture and starts blowing things up on torpedo launching motorcycles and does karate moves on terrorists. And let's not forget when dozens of members of the Delta Force storm into Beirut to free the hostages. Only 1 American soldier is killed, and probably over 300 terrorists are wiped out in less time than it took Chuck Norris to memorise 20 of his lines. Without a doubt, the most satisfying scene of the movie is when Chuck Norris fights one of the hijackers and completely destroys him with his karate moves. This is Chuck Norris's only real good movie, and despite all the cheesy action, it is still entertaining. Anyone who's into 80s action movies such as Rambo, Commando or Red Scorpion will enjoy the Delta Force. For my final verdict, I'll give the Delta Force a solid 3 out of 5.